Hello. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create custom environmental probes for janusVR. So, right here we have an example of the environmental probes and kind of what they represent. So these are metal and these are plastic. This is just really generic example I have. So, to start off, what we're going to do is actually just make a custom one here, just to explain kind of how this works. So I'm gonna assume everyone watching this knows what an equirectangular map is, or like a cylindrical map. There's, it's basically a 2:1 aspect ratio, the same stuff that YouTube streams in for 360 videos, stuff like that. It's a 360-degree kind of warped image that fits onto a 2:1 aspect ratio flat plane. So making that assumption, this is paint.net. I'm just gonna like draw some lines onto this. So we'll make the bottom half green. Just think of so we'll have like a 1 second, make this a little smaller. So the horizon line would be about here, something like that. And then we'll do like red, I don't know, red on top or something. And we'll just do like this. So this is our thing. Now I already have it saved out. Basically we're going to save it out in this folder structure here. This will make more sense in a second. So, and it has to be TGA. You have to save it as a Targa format. So just save. Yeah, now this could be anything. So just to give you some examples here. Targa. Oh, sorry, shit. So it's basically just 360 imagery. I mean, any one of these would work. I'm doing a super basic example just to show you that, like, you can do a custom one. Anyway, so now that we have that done, we're gonna go. And this is the file I saved. So I open that. There you go. Saved. Anyway, that's where that is. So now that we have this, we're going to follow these instructions here. So what you want to do is open CMD command line. So mine says Mesh Lab servers. Yours will say something different. Just CMD or command or something like that. This is because I've installed Mesh Lab and it kind of overrides this, but it's the same thing. So you type CMD into here and this pops up. So what you're going to do is you're going to find this folder path. So in a link in the description, we'll have a link to this probebaker.zip, which contains everything in this folder. So you have CMFT.exe. Now this is it creates environmental probe, the DDS files that you need, and the company that makes the CMFT, you can get it from them or just download this. Yeah, input this, but anyway. So this here, what you want to do is hold Shift, right click, and copy as path. And you can delete the quote marks and delete that last bit, and you'll notice these are the same, but you need CD to change directory. But anyway, wherever you put this file specifically here, you need to replace this path line right here with that. That way it changes the directory, and you'll see here. So change directory, enter, and now I'm in that folder. Just think of, if you've never used command line, this may be confusing, but if you have, then obviously you know exactly what's going on. But yeah, I'm in the folder now that exe is in. What we're gonna do now that we have saved it is explain what all this means right here. So essentially, the important bits is that you're opening cmft.exe with this command, essentially, you're inputting that file that we just made, that image we made, this equi TGA, right? And then all this stuff is things that give the right output that Janus can use as the environmental probe. Essentially, it's a 256 by 256 per face environmental probe is the technical details. But yeah, so this is the output. Shit, hold on. This is the output. From there to there. And I can show you exactly what that is. So we'll back up one. Note CMFT skybox folder, blah blah blah. That is this file right here, 256. Now it's gonna add .dds, so the name of whatever the file output, I would keep it the same. You know, just make sure you change this directory to where you want your outputs to go to. So we'll do this one. You literally just copy this, paste it, and it's automatically going to do it. If it doesn't, just hit enter and it should automatically generate. So we've just generated one of the things. Now, that was the radiance map. Now we need to make the irradiance map. So again, I use the same file here, but you don't have to. Like, change this real quick just to show you. So we'll name this one like equi2, right? This is equi2. The only difference in this one is this one's 64 by 64 and it's meant to be the irradiance map. See? Filter radiance. So and the difference on this one is you need to name it like something different than this one. So this one's cube map irradiance 64, which the 64 just lets me know that it's 64 by 64 pixels per face on the DDS file. It's just technical details, but yeah, you need to change your folder path, your output path to this and whatever this name is. So, and I would keep the name the same. This is the name of the file, and that file is right here. So we're gonna copy this and paste this in again, just like we did with the radiance maps, and it just created all that. So that's it. That's all it takes. Now these two files here are going to be specified in this file here. You'll note the irradiance is 64. The annotated skybox radiance is 256. These are how you load in your environmental probes in janusVR. So you declare them as an asset image. You call them in just like you would any image, and text clamp true. This just helps some internal stuff. I would just keep it in. And then in the room tag, you declare them like this. So this would be global skybox environmental probes. You can also, like, if I were to do something like this, and I say had, you know, 2 and 2 here or something, so there's 2 different, you know, things, that would work, and that would be per object based. But in this case, we're just showing the global. So I'm gonna get rid of those. Save, yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in here. You'll notice this is the same link as that, which is the same HTML as that. These plastic and metal things are just these objects right here. What the hell just happened? Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna F5, and you'll note the stuff we wrote is now being reflected. And these are the shininess values, which go from 1 to, well, at least in Blender, 1 to 511. You'll note that in the plastic, it's a lot less reflective. These are meant to be metal, like mirror finish almost right here. Dollar metal down here. And then these are plastics. If that doesn't make sense, consult my PBR Blender video. How, you know, basically how to optimize stuff for physically based rendering in janusVR, but yeah, this is meant for environmental probe creation. So yeah, basically to reiterate on this, we've created a generic image of whatever. Then we've used the CMFT creator via command line. So we hit, CMD, and whatever pops up right there will be what you use. We changed the directories via the instructions here to wherever your CMFT.exe is. And again, there will be a zip file linked in the description that you can access that has all this stuff in there, assuming that YouTube doesn't remove it. But then you change your directories for the input and output files. Make sure the output file are different for each one of the types, the radiance and radiance maps. And then you copy each line, copy this whole line right here, put it in, copy this line, put it in right here, and it will output these two files. And then if you want to test the look of the room, or the look of the environmental probes, just open this link in janusVR. So an easy way to do that would be something like this. You might have to search for this, but open with, and just open it. So anyway, that's how you do that. And I think that just concludes this. If you have any questions, please consult the Reddit janusVR, or sorry, reddit.com/r/janusVR. Ask there, somebody will answer. If not, we have a Discord channel that's best findable via the Reddit top post on Reddit. So anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck.